wonder if any gadgets are in the mail. Oh, look at that.
Hey everybody, this is Dave from AskUncleDave.com. You caught me in the middle of a workout, so I might be a little bit out of breath. I'm doing a workout where I run, walk, just until I lose weight, so I don't kill my knees. Anyway, I like to use my iPhone 7 Plus for my workouts. I use it with GPS apps, and I play all my music. And I used to use the 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. And what was good about that on the older phones is that you were able to charge your phone at the same time. I go for long hikes, and I usually need to bring a battery pack with me, and I charge my phone with a lightning a cable, and at the same time I plug this in and I can listen to music while I'm charging. You can't do that anymore. So today I have a solution for you, and I'm also going to do a review of this Griffin iTrip clip-on Bluetooth adapter with controls. That's what they call it. So here we have it, and it's Bluetooth inside. There's a battery inside. You charge the battery with the micro USB that's on the side. It's got a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. So you plug your headphones into here. Now, if you have headphones that have music controls and volume and Siri button and all that stuff, that no longer works. So if you got your favorite headset and you press the pause and play and all that, you're going to have to now be using it through here because it kills off this. But you have everything you need on this. You can raise and lower the volume. You can skip songs. You can pause and play your music. You can also press and hold and you'll get Siri. You also press and hold and you can redial your last call. You can accept a call. You can get rid of a call. And you can also talk through the built-in microphone. Now, that's important because there's some rules when it comes to Siri and phone calls and everything else. The reason why it's good to have a microphone on an adapter or even Bluetooth headset is because when you're connected through Bluetooth or you're plugged in to the headphone jack, when calls come through or when you're talking to Siri or the iPhone will recognize that you have a microphone on here and allow you to talk through that microphone, and it will output to the headphone speakers. Now, if you don't have a microphone and you summon Siri will talk through the iPhone speakers as well as output or input through the mic of the iPhone itself. So if you have your phone in your pocket, you wouldn't be able to do it because you got to take your phone out of your pocket. Being that this has a microphone, your phone can be tucked away into your pocket. You can take and receive and discharge calls, and you can use Siri without even removing your phone from your pocket. It's tiny and small. I mean, it's really small. It's really nice. It's lightweight. It's got like a rubbery feeling around all of the black areas. It's got a clip on the back, so you could secure it right to your shirt. And you plug your 3.5 millimeter. Let's plug it in here. Right into here. And your hands free. Now you see this little tube right here? That's how I shorten my headphones, the wire. What it is a chapstick case. I peeled off the sticker, that label, and you at the bottom, normally you spin this little dial and it pushes the tube, the wax stick up. You just pop that out, pull out the pin, and you got a nice little hole right there. You shove your headphones in, and then through the cap, you drill a little hole in the cap, and you can stuff your wire into this tube by twisting it and pushing it in, packing it in with a pen. And it fits perfectly, and it shortens the wire. Look at this. Isn't that beautiful? So I just made myself some Bluetooth earpods. So in essential, AirPods. And this is only $20. And Griffin is the first company, one of the first companies, to make it with 4.1 version Bluetooth. Now, what does 4.1 give you over other products that have 4.0? Well, there's low energy. And low energy allows the programmer of this hardware, with their software, they can program the amount of time that it takes to, sample, and it just it enables them to be able to make their devices low powered. It also cuts down on the interference of other things like LTE and stuff like that. But that's another video. This is the Griffin. And now let's take it to the table. I'll give you a little demo how to pair it up. And it, by the way, sounds really good. Just as good as if you would have had this plugged in to your phone. And I think I'm going to go with this. Save myself $160 with Apple's AirPods. But of course I'm going to get them anyway because I want to do a review on them and tell you all about them. So let's take this now to the table. Now to compare the Griffin to other products that do the same thing, this is the Jumble. Jumble's been around for years. This is Bluetooth 4.0. Of course, the Griffin has the 4.1. Now, another 4.1 product that does exactly the same thing is the Gulzer. Gulzer is a great product, and especially because it's got NFC, so this is good for Android. It also comes with the 3.5 millimeter to 3.5 millimeter, and you basically can connect one end into the Gulzer and the other end into a speaker, and then make that speaker into a Bluetooth speaker. So connect your phone to the Gulzer, and Gulzer will put the music right into your speakers. So you made yourself a Bluetooth speaker, and you know, use it with the headphones and everything. Now, any one of these two products can also use this wire in order for it to make it a Bluetooth wireless speaker. So they're all pretty much the same price. This one's a little bit more expensive than the others, and believe it or not, the Griffin is even cheaper than this one, even though it's got the upgraded Bluetooth technology. So that's something to consider. All the links will be in the description for all these things, of course, and you'll be able to check that out below. Okay, so I have it plugged into my soundbar speaker on my television. It has a 3.5 millimeter input jack. So I pretty much connected it to here so that you can hear how it sounds when we're doing this, okay? So now, there's two ways to pair this. If you press and hold the center button, you'll wait until like 6 seconds.
Power on.
And it'll turn power on and it'll start blinking. Now, even though it has never been paired to this phone, it's going to ask you to pair. So you hit pair.
Pairing successful.
And that's it. You're paired. It's that
Connected.
easy. So now you have it completely connected. Now, there's another way to connect it, and I'm going to show you that right now. So let's forget this device. Okay. Now, this is what I'm talking about.
Disconnected.
This is what I'm talking about when it comes to 4.1 and also iOS 10. These things are all working together now. Okay, now watch this. So now I'm going to power it off.
Power off.
All right, now, if I wanted to, I can press and hold this and keep holding it.
Power on.
And just keep holding.
Pairing.
Just keep holding. Just keep holding. And now it will show up down here in the bottom, just like it would in the old days. Then you see on the device itself that it's blinking, 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 blinking. It's hard to see on this camera that I'm using. So it's blinking blue and red, blue and red, blue and red. And you just connect it the usual way, and it's just one more
pairing successful
way to
connect
it. So now you're connected. Either way, you can do it. You can either power it on, let it turn on, and then find it, or press and hold until you go into pairing mode. So that's the same thing, but it's two different ways. Okay, so you're done with your workout, and you're going to see that you're connected there. We're just going to hit the power and power it off.
Power off.
All right, so now the power is off, but it's still in your list of my devices. So let's now close this, and let's see what happens the next day when we want to use it again. We hit the power.
Power on. Connected.
And it's that simple. You don't have to go back into the list like you used to before iOS 10 or before Bluetooth 4.1. Okay, so now we're connected and we know how to disconnect and reconnect. We can now start playing with this. So let's open up our favorite app. I happen to have my favorite app here, Deezer. So we'll open it up here, and now we can just hit the play button. And if you want to raise and lower the volume, it's not a smooth raise and lower the volume. It's a tap. So you tap to go.
Volume.
It'll, volume maximum. That's what she said. So we're gonna tap, tap, tap. If you press and hold, it won't go. So you have to tap. So that's one thing I didn't like. You have to tap, 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 tap to lower your volume, and you can't just press and hold to lower it all the way. But when you do press it all the way up, watch what happens.
Volume maximum.
That's great. It tells you the maximum. So you don't have to be looking at your screen to hear it. So let's pause this for a second. So we pause it, and now we can skip songs also like this. So now we're skipping songs, and it's great. Now your inline remote doesn't work anymore, but you got them all here. Okay? Let's pause that for a second more. Now, the other thing is Siri. So now we want to activate Siri. What we're going to do is press and hold for 2 seconds. Beep boop, no matter where you are, and you'll see Siri. Hi, Siri.
Hey, Dave.
Now notice that Siri comes out through the speaker or the headphones that we have connected to this, because it recognizes that there's a 3.5 millimeter, and it also recognizes that you have a microphone. Now when I was talking to Siri just now, I was talking through this microphone, and it was listening also on here, but not required the microphones here and here, because you have this. So now say I had this deep in my jacket under a couple layers, I'll be able to talk to Siri through the microphone that's on the side here. And I'll also be able to hear her talk back to me. The other thing about Siri in regards to this is you can also say, "Hey Siri." Even with this tucked into your jacket, you'll still be able to talk to Siri that way if you have a iPhone 6S or better, because it wasn't available in the 6 as Siri always on. Hey Siri always on. Okay, let's close that. All right, so that's Siri out of the way, and that's a benefit, the way you can control Siri that way. So let's hit some music now, and we're playing a little music now, and we're good. And we want to make a phone call, so we're going to say, "Hey Siri, call Lisa."
Calling Lisa for mobile.
So it'll give you the option to still stay connected with your headset or switch over to the iPhone speakers.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Sure.
All right, I'm making a video, but I just want to say hello, and the turkey I put back into the refrigerator.
Okay.
All right, now can you call me back in like 20 seconds? Because I'm just recording something. I want to show people how it works. Okay?
Yeah, it's a little echoey, but that's okay.
All right, a little bit of echoey. That's fine. If I move this further away, it'll probably work better. All right, so go ahead. Call me back in a second. I'm going to end the call.
Call ended.
Tall grass.
All right, so I ended the call, and she says it sounded a little bit echoey. So that's okay. It echoes probably because of the feedback of it being too close to the phone. All right, so here we go. We're listening to our music. We're working out.
Incoming call.
Now the music dies down, and we hit this button here, and it accepts the call. The voice in the unit itself was telling me who was calling me and what number was calling me. So how you doing, Lise?
I'm doing good then.
Okay. So you can also raise the volume if you can't hear the person through your headphone. So you hear it now, and now she's talking. All right, Lisa, I'll talk to you later. Thanks for calling me.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Call ended.
All right. Then all of a sudden, the music you can hit, it automatically resumed. I actually hit it at the same time it automatically resumed. So it automatically resumed, and we had our phone call there. Now, if I wanted to call her back, there is a way to press and actually call back the last number you called, but I'm not 100% sure how to do that, and I really don't want to bother her at work too much. So, but it is possible to call your last number that you called. So basically, this is the Griffin iTrip clip-on Bluetooth audio adapter. I think you should definitely pick it up. It's a great $20 solution. And like I said earlier, this one's great for Android phones because the NFC connection. And by the way, there is NFC on the iPhone, but Apple doesn't let us use it. They use it for their iBeacon, so that when you walk into the store or you walk up to some sort of Apple Pay thing, but they're not letting developers open up to that like Android would. So that was it. The Griffin. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next video. Hit that like button. Hit it!